Have you guys ever signed up for a service or bought something online and then received an email like right away? This is called email automation. Email automation allows you to send pre-scheduled emails to customers without you having to actually manually send the emails. So today in this video, I'm gonna walk you guys through how to fully automate your email marketing step by step for free. In this video, I'll show you how to fully automate emails sent from your website to send out a variety of emails in order to engage with your customers and convince them to take action. We are going to be using a free platform called Omnisend to start your email marketing journey, and it's really simple to use. One of the biggest issues with online businesses is abandoned carts. 75% of carts online are abandoned. Abandoned carts happen because sometimes customers need a little bit of push. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to fully automate your email marketing to remarket to your potential customers to get more conversions for your business. In this video, we're going to set up your email marketing automation with Omnisend. Omnisend is the world's largest email marketing platform. Omnisend allows you to quickly set up your emails, marketing campaigns, create forms, and automate your emails. What's even better, Omnisend has automated email templates with proven successful conversion rates. Basically, they know what works, so you don't need to be an expert on email marketing. Omnisend will let you know what are the best converting emails to send for your customers. You simply insert the templates, add your company information like your logo and your name, and you're all set. With Omnisend, you guys can send a variety of automated emails based off days, weeks, or even months. This will keep your customers in the loop about your business. Now, the great part is this software is completely free. So Omnisend does have a free plan and you guys can use that to get started. Once you guys hit like 500 subs or something like that, then they have a plan where you guys have to pay, but to get started, it's completely free. I know email marketing at first can be a little intimidating, right? You're not sure where to go. It may be expensive, yada, yada, yada. But the great part is that all you guys need to do is set up this automation once. And then from there, it'll like work on autopilot. So you don't have to keep intervening and sending out stuff and all that annoying stuff. I totally get it, right? So let me walk you guys through how to use Omnisend. We're going to break this video up into 4 different sections. In the first section, I'll be showing you guys how to sign up with Omnisend and explore the accounts and just give you guys a general overview about how to use the Omnisend platform. In the second section, we'll create a form. I'll walk you guys through how to create a variety of forms to market to your customers in order to capture emails on your websites. We can then market to them later and even create automations for them. In section 3, we'll create an email. Omnisend has a visual drag and drop builder that you guys can use to fully customize all the emails that you guys send out. You can offer coupon codes, showcase your latest products, and even add a cool little spinner thingy to offer discounts for your customers. In section 4, automation. Omnisend has a very simple to use email canvas builder. You can create visual email marketing funnels to see exactly how to market to your customers. We are going to create various templates such as a welcome email, a follow-up email, and an abandoned cart email, and also an abandoned checkout email as well. We also do have a discount for Omnisend in the description below this video. So if you guys do want to actually upgrade to the pro plans, we do have discounts available and coupons in the description. Also, we have timestamps in the description. So if you guys just want to jump to the automation part, we have timestamps in the description that you guys can use to, bounce around to any part of this video. So you guys ready? Let's get started. Now, there is a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to step 1, and that's to create a free account with Omnisend. All right, guys, so this is omnisend.com, and this is the free email provider that we're gonna use to send out automated emails to all of your customers. So when you guys first get here, you'll just simply click on the Start Free. So next, you'll be prompted to sign in or sign up with an email. So right here, I'll click on Sign Up with Email. And then you guys will just go ahead and fill this out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my email, and then you guys will make a password. You can let them know if this is an e-commerce business, right? And then right here, you'll just agree to the terms. And if you guys want, you can sign up for their newsletters about product updates or tips and stuff like that. So once you guys enter in your credentials, you'll then click on Sign Up. Okay, so once you guys sign up with the email, it'll then send a confirmation email. So you'll go ahead and go back to your email. Then you'll get this email from Omnisend where we will complete our registration. I'll verify the email address. So now we're going to fill out our general information. So your first name, your last name, the name of the business, right? So here we go, Daryl Wilson. Mine is gonna be darylwilson.com or Daryl Wilson, and then HTTPS, darylwilson.com, right? Which email or marketing automation are you currently using? Well, if you guys are using something like Constant Contact or MailChimp, you guys can do that. I'm gonna put MailChimp. I think MailChimp kind of sucks. Once you guys build a really large email base, they get extremely expensive and it's crazy. Which platform are we using? So I'm using WooCommerce, or you guys can just be using WordPress without WooCommerce, just in case you guys don't want to use WooCommerce, but most of you guys are probably using WooCommerce to sell on your website. So I'll select WooCommerce and then click on continue. But just remember, you guys can select anything right here. It pretty much works the same for all platforms. You're going to be using their platform and a plugin to integrate everything. The next thing is you're going to choose your location. So for the country, I'm going to go ahead and put United States, right? United States. For the states, we're going to put Nevada. You know what's funny? Whenever I travel and I tell people I'm from Nevada, they're like, what's Nevada? And then I have to tell them Las Vegas. And they're like, oh, I know Las Vegas. It's like, come on, guys. Like, you know, geez. So over here, I'll put in Las Vegas. We'll put in an address and then the time zone. And then right here, I'll click on continue to Omnisend. So right now they're setting up our accounts. Okay, cool. So this is our Omnisend dashboard, and this is pretty much where you guys are going to view your analytics. You'll see right here, you guys can connect your store, and they talk about, you know, their automations, the reports, the launch forms. The next tab over here is their campaigns. So this is where you guys can actually send out email campaigns. So this is more like of you actually sending out campaigns to your subscribers. The next is the automations tab. This is where we can actually create automated workflows right here, where we can actually tell Omnisend to send emails based off what the customer does. So for example, if the cart gets abandoned, we can wait 1 hour and then send out another email, right? So we can capture a lot of those abandoned carts. The next is the forms. So this is typically going to create forms to capture emails. You guys can create pop-ups, landing pages, and also embed forms directly on your websites. The next is the audience. This is going to show you your contact list, and we're also going to create segments. What's really cool is Omnisend will actually create different segments depending on if users open up emails or not, which is pretty cool. And then over here we have reports. This is generally just going to give you some more reports about your campaigns. You can also see the reports from workflows and then also forms as well. Really quickly, let's go over here to the store settings. So right here, I'll click on store settings. So next we have the store settings. So currently right now we are on the free plan. Now, as you guys build a larger subscriber base and you send out more emails, they do have plans where they'll charge you guys for sending it. But to get started with, we can just work with their free plan. It works just fine. You guys can also send out SMS notifications. So they give you a list of countries and the price to send out text messages. If you guys ever want to adjust your password or something like that, so you guys can do that here. Also, the contact info, if you guys do want to update this. Now, for email marketing, there are some anti-spam laws where they require to know your contact info. So if you guys ever need to adjust it, you guys can adjust it right here. And also over here, we have language and translations. If you guys ever need to adjust the language for your backend right here, you guys can change this to Dutch or Spanish or German or French or all these other various languages. And the very last thing I want to show is if you guys ever need to access the API key. So here is the API keys tab. Now, if you guys ever need an API key from Omnisend, just in case you guys are working with a platform that does require it, this is where you guys can create one and then just copy it to your website and it'll connect it, right? So you don't have to follow me here, but I'm just showing you guys how to create one really quick before we connect the websites. So here is the API key. So again, if any platform does ask you for an API key, this is where you guys can create API keys for your Omnisend accounts, okay? All right, so let's go over here back to dashboard. So that is a general overview about Omnisend, right? It's really organized, it's really neatly structured, so it's really easy to access everything. So now let's connect our store with Omnisend. Okay, so here is my e-commerce website. So I want to connect Omnisend with this e-commerce website where we can start sending out campaigns and newsletters to our subscribers. If you guys do want to learn how to make this same e-commerce website, we actually have a tutorial in the description if you guys do want to go ahead and check that out. But really quick, let's go back over here and let's just follow the steps. So I'll click on connect your store. And we're going to select the platform. So you guys can use Shopify or Wix or BigCommerce, but most people use WooCommerce. It's probably one of the most popular ones to use. So I'll click on WooCommerce. And now it's giving us instructions. So we first need to download the Omnisend plugin. We activate it, and then we can link our accounts. So right here, I'll click on download Omnisend plugin. So here's the plugin that we're going to use. It is the email marketing for WooCommerce by Omnisend. Now you guys don't need to download it here. We can actually download it directly from the backend of WordPress. So let's do that. Let's go back to the dashboard. So you're going to go back to the dashboard of your website, and then you're going to go to the plugins and install it. So right here, we'll go to plugins and then click on add new. Under search plugins, you're just gonna type in Omnisend. So Omnisend. So there's two plugins, and let me just be very clear. So this one right here is by Omnisend. However, this is for websites without WooCommerce, right? So if you guys just do want to send, just basic newsletters without WooCommerce, you guys can go ahead and use this right here. It works the same way. Also here we have the main plugin, which is email marketing for WooCommerce. So we're going to download this plugin right here. So right here, let's click on install now, and then we'll click on activate. Okay, so once you guys activate it, you'll then click on the refresh now. And then we're gonna connect our store with Omnisend. So we have this little banner right here where we can connect our store. If you guys don't see this, you guys can just click on the Omnisend email marketing for WooCommerce on the left side. And you guys can also connect your account right here, right? So I'll go ahead and click on connect your account. All right, once you guys click on the connect store, it'll prompt you to WooCommerce and it'll tell you if you wanna connect the store. All you gotta do is just click on the approve button. So I'll click on approve. And that's it. So now the store is fully integrated with our website, and now we can use Omnisend to send out campaigns, automations, and everything for our e-commerce store. Okay, so once you guys go through this, let's go ahead and just go back to our website. Now here is like the general options for Omnisend. I'm gonna go ahead and close that little banner. Now this is just like the general information for Omnisend. However, you guys typically will not be using this part to like send out emails. We're going to be sending out the options from Omnisend, right? But if you guys just want to see any information right here, they have just some quick info for you guys. You'll see right now it's connected to Omnisend. So this is just like confirmation that it's connected. So now that we connected our websites with Omnisend, let's go ahead and actually create our first form. Okay, so now that we know about the general settings, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So in this part of the video, I'll be showing you guys how to create forms. Now, creating forms allows you guys to capture emails, so you guys can obviously market to those people later. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you guys through how to create forms for your website. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, so now that we integrated the Omnisend app, now let's go ahead and create our first form. So right here, let's click on forms. Now, forms are essentially going to capture emails for us so that we can start building an email list. You guys are gonna see that I've already created a few. You're gonna see that you'll see how many views they get, the submits, the submit rate, and also you guys can run A/B split tests. You guys are gonna see right here how we have one form that's performing very well, but the other one is like, so-so, right? So I'll also walk you guys through how to create A/B split tests for your forms. Okay, so over here on the top right, you'll see create form. I'll click on create form. Now here we have a bunch of various forms, right? And you guys can actually categorize these. So depending on your goal right here, you can actually click on some of these forms right here. They have quite a bit, right? They have, pop-ups, embeds, flyouts, all these different forms. They also have multi-step forms, which is essentially two-step forms if you guys want to go that route. I personally think it's just better just to add one, right? Because I think two forms might be a little bit distracting. But for right now, let's just select this one right here and click on use template. Okay, so this is the editor, and this is very similar to Elementor, right? So on the left side, you're gonna see these elements, and you guys can drag and drop these elements onto the page. Now, when you guys drag in elements, on the right side, you're gonna see some styling options. So you guys can style the button, and then also you can adjust the padding and the opacity, and all the general styling options that you guys need. If you guys wanna add padding, you can add in more space above it. If you guys want to, sort of just design it and style it to your liking, right? We're going to change that back to 20 pixels, okay? And if you click on an element, you guys can also duplicate it, and you guys can also delete it, right? So if you don't like this, you'll click on it and then click on delete. And below that, you guys are going to see that you have layouts. So you guys can create specific layouts right here. So for example, I'll drop this right here, and then over here, you guys can like drop in an image, right? And then, drop a button. And then same thing right here. You guys can add in something like a text, right? And then maybe like a checkbox or something like that, right? And then here is the styling options where you guys can adjust the choices, and you guys can also add choices as well. So it's a very simple editor, very simple to use. And if you guys learn how to use this, this is the same thing as creating emails. So it's like an all-in-one kind of thing. It's really, really simple. So to delete the actual layout right here, I'll click on the entire box and then click on delete. So that's a general overview about how to use this, right? So let's go ahead now and create a form. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add in an image, right? So over here under image, I'll go ahead and take this and I'll drag it right here. Now, if you guys need images, there's various websites, and I put these in the description as well. You guys can use freepik.com. This is a website where you guys can get some images, for your websites. You guys can just go ahead and type something in right here, and they have tons of free stock images. You guys can also use unsplash.com. This is a very popular website, and these images are all free. You guys will just type something in, obviously, and then you guys can just grab one of these and use these for your headline. Also, you guys can use pixabay.com. Pixabay.com is actually a really cool website where you guys can get a lot of cool free images for your campaigns. So let's go back over here. Now I'll go ahead and click on select file on the right side. So here are some images. Now I also put these images in a link in the description of this video. So if you guys do want to follow along, you guys can use these images just to, get your feet wet and get warmed up. So I'll go ahead and use this 3-day flash sale. I feel like this is actually a little bit more engaging than that old dude. It's just, this is like 3-day sale, buy. It looks really nice, right? So we'll go ahead and scroll down. And the next thing I want to do is change this right here. So I'm going to put subscribe for our sale. And here I'll go ahead and align this in the center, right? And then I'll copy this. I'll make this bold, right? And then for the font, I want to change this to Poppins. Poppins is my go-to font. Can I type it in here? Let's see. Oh, no, I have to search for it. All right, so we got to search for Poppins. There we go, Poppins. Poppins is a great font. I love it, but it only looks good bolded. I don't know why that is, guys, but that's just how it works. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a space right here. So I want to add emphasis on this title, right? So there's my little divider. And then here we have this text. So what we can do here is delete this. And in case you guys don't know how to add in text, you'll just take this text module right here and then drag it there. And then you guys can just type away. So now I'll just go ahead and throw in some demo text. Okay, so we got our text right here. Now, really quickly, you guys are gonna see over here that we have this countdown timer. So I do wanna add a countdown timer to my form right here. So over here, they have this really cool widget. I'll go ahead and find it really quick, countdown timer. And I'm gonna drag this, I'm gonna put it right below here, right? So now we're basically telling them that they have a specific time frame in order to take this deal. And on the date right here, we can select like a, when the sale's over and stuff like that. So there we go. I think that looks pretty cool, right? Okay, so there we go. We got the text. And of course, you guys can drag and drop widgets as you guys go. So if you want to add a button, you can do that, so on and so forth, right? It's very simple, very easy to use. And for the enter email, I'll put something like enter for a deal. And then for get 10% off, I'll change this to something like grab a deal, right? Get your exclusive deal. So here we have some few options for the button action. Here we have submit form. You guys can also link this to a specific URL. So if you want to take them to a different part of the website, you guys can do that. Also, they have go to next step. This is Omnisend's 2-step form, right? So here we have 1 step, and then if I click on 2-step, this is the 2nd step. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. I know some people may. You guys can use this if you want. So essentially, basically saying if they actually go ahead and click on this, it'll bring them to step 2. But if you guys don't want step 2, right here, I'll click on the 3 dots and I'll just delete this. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead now and click on the button. And for the button action, you guys can also do close form. So if you just want to remind them about the deal, but not necessarily have them subscribe, you guys can go that route. But right here, I want to click on submit form. If you guys do want to add a feature called the Wheel of Fortune, you guys can actually use this as well, right? So I'll go ahead and drag and drop this and I'll explain how this works. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, and here you guys can set up wheel slices. Now, my personal advice is I would go ahead and create coupon codes with WooCommerce, and then here you guys can add in the coupon code, right? So this would be like Woo20, right? Woo5 or Woo10, Woo5, and so on and so forth, right? And here's the probability, right? So for the probability of let's do a 20% off, the probability of that is just 10%, right? If the user gets 10% off, the probability of that is going to be 20%. And then so on and so forth, right? So you guys can go ahead and create coupons, and once the user actually spins the wheel, it will adjust the probability and give them this coupon code if they sign up for your newsletter, which is pretty cool, right? So you guys can go ahead and use the Wheel of Fortune if you guys want to go that route. I think they're pretty cool, right? So I think this is one feature Omnisend offers that is actually pretty cool. So the next thing I want to show you guys is the layout option. So right here we have layout, and this is essentially where you guys can style things. You guys can change the background color, the opacity, and then also the content alignment if you guys do want to go that route. Now right here, go ahead and click on the gray, and you're going to get more options for the behavior and also the theme settings. So the theme settings essentially give you more options to style your form. So right here, you'll see this X button. You guys can click on the close, and then you guys can actually design the color of the close. For the field section, you guys can also adjust the fields right here. So if you guys do want to change the font right there or whatever, you guys can design and customize the actual forms. Here we have buttons. So you guys can actually create styling options, very similar to Elementor's global styles. So for the primary button, you guys can set a default style for your primary button. So for example, you guys can change the font. You guys can also change the shape, right? So if you guys like that circular shape, actually there are studies saying that people actually tend to click on circular buttons more than squares. So that's something that you guys might want to consider. And then you can change the background color, the border style, and fully adjust this to your liking. You guys can also do this for secondary buttons and tertiary buttons as well. So if you guys do want to go ahead and create global styles for your buttons, you guys have that option. And then here for colors, you guys can choose background colors and link colors. And here we have form layouts. Now this is where things get a little interesting. So we can create this as a pop-up, right? We can also create this as a flyout, meaning it's going to fly out when people visit the page. And then next we have landing, and this will essentially cover the entire page. And then also we can embed this form onto our WordPress website as well, right? So let's just go ahead and first just select the pop-up option, right? We'll go ahead and go back to these in just a little bit. But now let's click on behavior. So with behavior, you guys can choose specific behaviors on how you want this form to display. The first is the audience management. So the first is the tags, and this is essentially letting users know how they actually subscribe to the form. So right here, we are saying these are going to be our form subscribers, and this was from our welcome discount. You guys can add more here if you guys choose, but for a welcome form, I think this is actually pretty optimal. The next option is double opt-in. This will actually make it so users must confirm this in their email. This usually helps clean out the trash, right? So you will get like real emails if this option is selected. But if you guys have this unchecked, sometimes people might just enter random emails, right? So it really is up to you. Let's go ahead and go back here. The next is the scheduling. So you guys can choose to schedule this form, right? So if you have a sale, you guys can choose to have a start date, an end date, and then you guys can also select the dates of when you want this form to display. But I always want this form to show, so I'll just go ahead and leave that selected. The next is the display. So under what conditions do you want this pop-up to be displayed? We have page visits, time on view, scroll depth, and then also exit intent. So if the user visits at least one page, then I want to display this form. If the user spends 5 seconds on this, on the page, then I want this form to display. If the user scrolls 50% past my website, so like basically if they scroll down like, 50%, like all the way down here, then the form will be displayed. And then lastly, we have exit intent. And that's essentially when users try to close the tab or they try to leave the website, right? So you guys can go ahead and select any of those options. But I'll go ahead and just leave time on page. I think 5 seconds is pretty good, right? Because I don't want it to pop up right away. I want it to pop up a little bit later, right? Here we have targeting. So you guys can choose to target to people who are already listed on your contacts or do not show to existing contacts or all visitors. Then also you guys can choose to have this only display on specific pages. So if you guys, go to your website and you want it to display only on your shop page, then you can go ahead and take the link for your shop and then go ahead and just say, you know what, I only want this to display on my shop page, right? Make sense? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and scroll back here. Here we have visibility. You guys can choose to display this on specific devices. Frequency, this is actually pretty important. So you guys can limit this form. So it does get really annoying if someone visits your website and it constantly spams the pop-up, which can be really annoying, right, for anybody, right? So you guys can limit this form to 1 per day, 1 per hour, or you guys can say, you know what, I want this to be 3 times every hour, something like that, right? So it does limit it so people don't get annoyed with the form. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at the last option, which is A/B split test. So if you guys click on this right here, what's gonna happen is it's gonna create 2 different forms now. So the first form, you'll see that this is the form that we're currently working with, right? But I'll go ahead and click on save and close. And now let's go back over here to my form. And if I click over here to the A/B split test, over here, we can now customize the second pop-up, right? So I'll go ahead and just, do the same thing, except I'll just change the image right here. So I'll just replace this with another image. And then I'll click on save and close. So essentially now we have 2 forms running. We have this form, and then we also have the second form, right? So that's how you guys can create pop-ups and also add A/B split testing for your forms. So that's pretty much it, guys. So at this point, this is pretty much how you guys make forms. All you guys want to make sure that you guys double check is make sure this submits the form, right? And let's go ahead now and enable this form. So I'll click on enable. And now you guys are going to see that this form is now enabled, right? Pretty cool. And you guys can test this just simply by going to your websites. So over here, I'll go ahead and just refresh the page. We'll just wait a few seconds. And voila, we now have this beautiful form where we can now enter our email and get that exclusive deal. All right, awesome, congratulations. Now really quickly, let me show you guys how to embed this form just in case you guys want to learn how to do that. So let's go ahead and click on my form right here. Okay, now in order to actually have this form embedded, you guys actually need to cancel the A/B split test. So if you guys did run the A/B split test, you need to cancel it because they can't actually switch between forms for embedded. So I went ahead and I canceled it. And over here under theme settings, I'll go ahead and click on form layouts. So now I can go ahead and pick one, right? So what I'm gonna do over here is click on the embed and then click on update live form. Okay, now really quick, let's go ahead and click on this form again. And here is the code, right? So over here under the Elementor page builder, I'm gonna go ahead and use a HTML widgets. So HTML, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this right here. And then I'll just go ahead and paste that code in there, okay? And then next I'll go ahead and click on update, okay? And then I'll preview the page. Okay, and we'll scroll down and voila, here is our form. Now, obviously it's a little large, right? So you guys can really make this minimal and then you guys can add this maybe on your header or your footer on other various parts of the websites. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back here. So that is pretty much it, guys, for creating forms. It's really simple, right? Everything's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's pretty simple to work with. And then right here, you'll see people are already viewing this form, right? And I did actually opt in, so it does have a 20% submit rate, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much how you guys create forms with the builder and Omnisend. You guys have any questions about this? Let me know in the comments below. What's up, party people? Welcome to the next section. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you guys through how to send out emails. Now, the email builder and the form builder is slightly different. There's some small modifications, but this will allow you guys to send out emails to your current subscribers. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you guys through how to send out emails with Omnisend. You guys ready? Let's go. Okay, so in the next section, we are going to create emails, right? But before we do that, we need to actually create a segment first. And I'll explain what that is as we go, right? So right here, I'll click on segments, okay? And I'll click on create new segment. So essentially, segments are categories on how people react to your emails that you send out. You'll see there's active email subscribers, window shoppers, deal hunters, general people on your website, right? And depending on how they react, we can market to them a specific way. So for example, people who are usually very cold and disengaged contacts right here, we can send them really good offers for our websites. However, if someone's really engaged with our website, there's really no reason for us to send them big promos because they're already buying stuff on the website, right? But let's just go ahead and create one for active email subscribers. So over here, I'll click on engage contacts, and right here under active email subscribers, I want to create a segment. Okay, now I know this looks a little weird, but don't worry. So the subscription status is subscribe to the email, right? Pretty simple. People who have opened the message at least how many times in the last 30 days? Well, probably just once, right? So you guys can basically control this right here to cater to specific audiences. Make sense? Okay. All right, so here is our current segment, right? We have John Wilson, right? So this person right here is there, right? So I'll go ahead and just click on back. So here we have active email subscribers. Now we can actually create another segment. So over here, create segments. And these are gonna be for people who are not really engaged with emails that we send out. So here under the inactive context, I'll also click on create segment. Now here, Omnisend actually created pre-filled templates for us. So people who opened up our email 20 times in the last 6 months, or people who opened up our email 5 times in the last 6 months, or they clicked on the message 1 time, or they viewed the page 1 time. So I would say people, open the message 5 times in the last 6 months are probably not engaged, right? So I'm gonna delete these other ones. So I don't really want to use these other ones, right? So I just want this one right here. So this is basically marketing to people who are not really engaged with our email list as much, right? So 5 times in the last 6 months, that's not a lot, right? So I'll go ahead and click on update segment. Okay, so just to be clear, we have a list of people who are active email subscribers and then people who are inactive contents. Now we're gonna need this for the campaigns, which is the very next section. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'll be showing you guys how to send out email campaigns to your subscribers. So right here, if I click on campaigns, you guys are gonna see that we have created some email campaigns. So we have some sent out, we have an open rate, click rate, and then also here we have the sales. Now, really quickly, I just want to touch base here that these are emails that we're going to send for just, whatever that we want to send them for a sale or for something. These are not automation emails. So in the next section, we will be doing automation emails. So we are going to have emails automated, such as a welcome email, an abandoned cart, abandoned checkout cart, and then also a welcome email 1 week later. But these are for emails typically that you just want to send out, maybe you have a sale or, just for an announcement about your website. These are what we're going to set up in this part of the video. So on the top right, you'll see create campaign. Let's click on create campaign. So here you have a few options, right? We have email A/B test, SMS, and then push notification. Now we're just gonna focus on email, and also we can do A/B split testing as well to see which one works better. But for now, let's just click on create email. So what's really cool is you guys can actually get ideas from Omnisend. So for example, I wanna sell my products on my e-commerce store. So for example, I typed in flash sale for products, and here you can actually get some AI generated titles right here. So hurry, flash sale on top products today. I'll just go ahead and use this one here. The sender's name. So you'll see right here, this is from Daryl Wilson, or you guys can put your store, right? You guys can choose to actually use Omnisend. Their basic, you guys can use their address, or you guys can use like, your address right here. So if you guys wanted to, reply to someone, you guys can use that one right there. If not, you guys can just uncheck that. So the pre-header is going to be this text right here. So you're going to see, this is going to be the best deal ever. And this is going to be the flash sale. Flash sale. Here we can also adjust the language. You guys can also connect this to market to other pages, but I think email is just fine. So at the bottom right, I'll click on choose email templates. All right, so here you're gonna see that we can choose the templates, and you guys can filter by goal. So they have welcome and engage, they have promote products, announce a sale, offer discounts, and then they have other. You guys can also, go ahead and filter here by specific holidays, right? So they have holidays, they have different categories for different occasions, right? And then here is a list of various templates. Now, if you guys want to just view the email but not actually insert it, you guys can click on preview right here. And then this will give you a little preview about the email, and this is what it'll generally look like, right? So pretty cool, like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna click on the promote products. We're gonna scroll down and we're gonna use this one right here. So we're gonna use this product highlight. So for this one right here, go ahead and click on use template. Okay, so when you guys first load the email, you guys are gonna notice that they already uploaded our logo, and that's just because Omnisend actually gets the actual logo from our website. So you'll see right here, this actually links directly to our website. If you guys do wanna change this logo, you guys can just click on replace right here, and then you guys can replace this logo with something else. Now, when sending emails, they actually use an email library. So they don't really use like the other style for the forms. So you'll see right here, it's bringing us to this image library where we can have access to a bunch of various, images and stuff like that. So if you guys do want to use a different logo, you guys can upload it here and then upload it here to your image library. Now on the left side, you guys are going to see that we have some more options, right? So the first one is quick add, and these are essentially elements that you guys can drag and drop onto the, the email, just like we did before, right? There are some more ones that we'll talk about, like the products. That's a pretty cool one because they can't sync up with your e-commerce store. We also have a pre-header where you guys can, add in some pre-header templates. We also have header, so they have header templates, and then hero images. So these are essentially just like sections. So if you guys do want to like add in something here, you guys can just go ahead and add those in, right? Pretty cool. Also here we have the email body, right? So they just have a bunch of different pre-made sections. If you guys do want to get inspiration and ideas, you guys can just go ahead and use these right here in your emails, which is pretty cool. They also have product listing. Now what's really cool about product listing is that these are actually going to sync up with your products. So what you guys can do is you guys can, create products on WooCommerce, and then over here, you guys can drag in the product listing. And on the right side, you're gonna see pick products from store. So this app will actually sync up with your e-commerce store, and then you guys can insert products directly from your store onto your email campaigns. Okay, so here we go. We have some products. I'll go ahead and just throw in these 4 right here, or these ones here, right? And then I'll add these 4 products. So the product listing is actually really cool. You guys can sync up elements. So the product listing feature is actually really cool. You guys can sync up products directly from your e-commerce store. Then here we also have gallery images. If you guys do want to use their collage of images, you'll see that they have like this, like a really nice collage, right? So you guys can use their their image gallery. So you guys can use their image gallery if you guys want to go that route. And then also they have some footer templates here at the bottom. Okay, makes sense. All right, what I'm going to do here is start over from scratch. Just want to give you guys a crash course. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and just change this title right here. So this is going to be my flash sale now, and I'll go ahead and make this Poppins, right? We'll just make this, yeah, make it nicer there, and we'll go ahead and also make it bold, right? Okay, and then I'll go ahead and upload an image. It's always recommended to upload an image, and this is usually what captures everyone's attention, right? So right here, I'll go ahead and select my flash image deal. So here is the image. You guys can also link this somewhere, right? So you guys can link it on the websites. I'll go ahead and get rid of this. You know, I think it's distracting, right? So I'll go ahead and close that. And then right here, I'll go ahead and put some, put some cool text. Also, if you guys need help right here on the top right, they have this AI assistant, and you guys can, just get some ideas, right? Okay. And then right here, I'll just put in something like, we are having a crazy flash sale. I'll go ahead and insert or center that. Then we'll change this to Poppins right here, make it look a little bit more professional. And then we'll bold this. We'll always bold it, right? All right. Wait. We gotta change it to Poppins, guys. Poppins. Here we go. Poppins. Okay. And then here we'll just center that. And then right here under the shop now, you guys have a few options, right? You guys can link them to the actual account website, or you guys can link them directly to your shop page. If you guys do want to link them directly to the shop page or a specific part of the website, all you got to do obviously is just go to the page, copy the link, and then just go ahead and paste it in there just like that, right? So now basically I'm inviting them to go to the actual store, and we have a direct link to the shop page. And what we can do here is we can actually go ahead and use our product listings. So right here under product listings, we can actually pick products from the store. And let's just grab maybe like this right here and this right here, right? So we'll add these two products, right? Really cool. Shop the collection. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that to account websites, right? And then this section right here, I don't really want to use this section. So I'll just go ahead and delete this layout, and also delete this and delete that. And then this can be something like going to the contact us page, right? So maybe they have questions or something, or they're not sure, or they're like, oh yeah, hey, I got a quick question. Here, I'll go to the contact page and I'll link them directly to the contact page. So I'll go ahead and copy this link, and then I will paste it over here in the link to section, okay? And then obviously we can change this right here. So I can use one of my pre-made templates, right? So you do want to, add images here that represent your email, right? Duh. So here I'll go ahead and upload a file. Okay, and I'll go ahead and select this. This is obviously one of our templates, and just an example right here. So we have this flash sale, right? So we have the products right here. We have this follow-up email with maybe something they're interested in. So did you want to use our template? And then obviously we can take them to that specific page, right? So this is generally how you guys can create email campaigns, right? Really simple, right? Not much to explain here. We're pretty familiar with this already. So what we can do first is we can send a test email. So before we send this out, we can send this as a test email. So what I'll do right here is just send this to my Proton email. Okay, so here is the current email right here. So I'll go ahead and click on this. And this is an example of what it looks like, right? Really clean, really nice email. Look at that, shop now. And if we click on this, it takes people directly to the shop page, right? Scrolling down here, we have our products. We have our email, and then everything is automatically filled out based off what you guys have put in the settings, right? So we have the name, we have the address, and then we have the respond email and stuff like that. And if I click on one of these products right here, you guys are also gonna see it takes us directly to that exact product in a really clean, format. So I love the way it works. It just syncs up directly with your sites, and everything is good to go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and send this email out. So right here, I'll click on save and choose recipients. So first we have the option to send this to all of our subscribers. Now we can also choose segments. You remember earlier how we created segments? This is why we did that, right? So now we can actually send these to various people depending on their behavior. So I want to send this to my active email subscribers, right? If you guys do actually want to send this to the inactive ones, you guys can do that as well. But you guys can create a more aggressive email for those people who aren't really taking action with their websites, right? So that's where segment comes in. It's a good way to categorize emails based off users' behavior. So right here, I'll click on Review Campaign. So here we have this option for Campaign Booster, and this is really cool. So what this will do is people who actually missed your email or never got it, Omnisend will actually create a follow-up email with a different title right here to really encourage people to take action here and click on the actual email. So next we have the sending rules. So people who have not opened the email in 2 days, they will get this specific email. So it's going to resend it as a different title, right? But you guys can adjust this. So people who, never opened it in 3 days, we can send them email again because they never opened it, right? Pretty cool. And below that, you guys can adjust the actual settings of the email. So this would adjust the title and also the subheadline. And then here we have the recipients, and then we can go ahead and send this now or schedule it for later. So go ahead and click on Send Now. All right, cool. So it's going to actually send out the campaign shortly. And then right here, you guys can just get some analytics about it. So, okay, so here is our current email, and you guys are gonna see this is the current email that we just created. This is the flash sale. So I did open it. So it does have an open rate, and I'm the only subscriber, right? So yeah, it has 100% open rate, and you guys probably won't get that, right? I mean, 100%, no one's gonna get that. But yeah, you guys can also view the contact activity. You can see who is actually opening this and so on and so forth. So that is how you guys can send out emails with Omnisend. As you guys can tell, it's really cool, really convenient, right? So if you guys have any questions about emails or how to send them out, let me know in the comments below. What is up, party people? Welcome to the automation section of this video. So in this part of the video, I'll show you guys how to fully automate emails sent from Omnisend. When people come to your website and register, I'll show you guys how to send out automated emails to them. And depending on their behavior, we can send them additional emails or better offers just in case they need a little bit of incentive. I'll also show you guys how to send out abandoned cart emails and also abandoned checkout emails as well in this section of the video. So after watching this part of the video, you guys will have a fully email automated website with Omnisend. You guys ready? Let's go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about automations. So automations are essentially emails automatically sent based off the user's behavior. You'll see right here have already set up campaigns. So we have a welcome email. We then have a second follow-up email just to let them know, hey guys, here's a coupon code. Then we have our automatic abandoned cart emails, and then we have abandoned checkout as well with value splits. And I'll be discussing all that and what that means in this section of the video. Okay, so I went ahead and I deleted my automations, and we're gonna start from scratch here. Now, the very first thing I want you guys to do is click on Explore All Workflows. This right here is gonna create templates for us, but I wanna show you guys how they're made, right? So right here, I'll click on Explore All Workflows. Now here you're gonna see various types, right? We have welcome emails. These are emails typically sent out to new subscribers. We have cart abandonment, right? We have browse abandonments. We have special occasions, post purchase, and so on and so forth. What's also really cool about Omnisend is they actually let us know which has high conversion rates, right? So depending on what we're trying to do, they'll let us know what is the best kind of email to send out for that, right? So the first thing I want to do is send out a variety of welcome emails. So here I clicked on welcome, and the first one right here is going to be welcome with 3 emails. Let's go ahead and use this one right here, and let's click on customize workflow. Okay, so here is the workflow, right? Now in the middle, we actually have the Omnisend workflow. On the left side, we have elements, and we can drag and drop these onto our specific workflow. And on the right side, we have triggers for these specific elements, right? Now really quickly, let's just start from the scratch here. So here we have the basic sign up. So when a user signs up to our newsletter, Omnisend is gonna wait 1 minute, right? And you guys can adjust this to maybe like, an hour. You can make it, wait 1 hour or something like that. And after 1 hour, Omnisend will be sending a welcome email to your new subscribers. You're gonna see here how it has welcome to, a pre-header, sender's name, and so on and so forth. Now you guys can fully customize this to your liking, right? So you can put, offer them a 15% discounts, whatever you guys wanna do, right? And here you're gonna see edit content. Now this is gonna edit the specific email for this specific workflow. So I'll click on edit content, then I'll click on yes and save. So here's the email that's gonna be sent out. You'll see we have a welcome message, we have some text, a discount, and here you guys can enter in your coupon code. So I'll put like a woo, woo 15, right? So woo 15. And I believe we're offering 15%, right? So I'll change this to 15%. Now here you're gonna see the elements again. So you guys can drag and drop these elements onto the form. And this is the same thing, guys, right? So all you're gonna do here is just customize this specific email, and this will be sent out automatically to users when they sign up to your form. So at the top right, I'll click on Finish Editing. Okay, so waited 1 hour, right? We sent out this specific form. Now, here I'll click on this one right here, and we're actually gonna change this to 7 days, right? So I do wanna send them a follow-up, maybe 7 days later, send them an email once a week. I think that's doable, right? Every single day, that might be too much, might be spammy. So I think once a week is good, right? So after 7 days, Omnisend will send an additional email. So here, we can also customize this specific email. And it's the same thing, guys. So you guys can edit this email just like we did previously. You guys can adjust this with the subject headline. You can adjust the pre-header and then also edit the email right here. The next is the next step. So here we have a delay, and I'm gonna change this to 7 days, right? And then here we have our last email, right? So we have, don't miss your 10% off. So now let's go ahead and use some of these elements right here. So we're gonna wait 7 days, right? But if nothing is done, we need to change something up, right? So we're gonna drag in the split right here, okay? So now we're gonna set some rules, right? So here on the right side, we have rules. Now here we have trigger events, contact properties, and message behavior. I think message behavior is actually a little bit more defined, right? So I'll click on message behavior, and here we have select property. So if the user opens the previous email, we're gonna send them here, right? So for example, if they opened up the second one right here, we can offer them one more discount, right? So I'll go ahead and click on save. Okay, so basically what I'm saying here is if the user actually opened up this email right here, then we're gonna give them this last email. If the user did not open up that last email, then we're gonna offer a different email. We're gonna send them to a different route, right? So now we're gonna use this specific email right here. So I'll go ahead and quickly fill this out. Okay, so if the person previously opened up this email, we're gonna send them one more email, and this is gonna be 15% off. Now, if the person did not open up this second email, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be redirected to this email instead. And we're gonna offer them a bigger discount to really try to push them to take action on our websites. So all you'll do right here is fill out this information and then click on edit contents. Here I'll click on save. Now I'll go ahead and speed this up by creating an email. Okay, so I went ahead and I just created a quick email right here. I gave them a banner. We have some text and then a shop now, right? So I'll go ahead and click on finish editing. Okay, so let's reiterate here. So someone signs up to our form, right? They're gonna be subscribed to our list and we're gonna send them a discount, right? Now we're gonna wait 7 days, and after 7 days, we're gonna send them a follow-up email regarding another sale. If the user decides to open this, we are then gonna send them here and offer them a larger discount. If the user ignored our email, then we're gonna offer them one more email one last time in an attempt to get conversions for our websites. So this is gonna be our main automated email that we're gonna send out. So at the top right, let's click on Start Workflow. And that's it. So now you guys have a fully automated email that's gonna be sent out every single week for your subscribers. Now really quick, let's go over here and click on Edit, and let's just change the name really quick. I don't like that name, welcome number 9, So here we're gonna change this. This is gonna be the Welcome Email Workflow. And then I'll click on Update. And that's it, congrats. So now we have sent out email automations for new subscribers. Now let's create one for abandoned carts. So over here, let's click on Create Workflow. Now here on the left side, I'll click on Cart Abandonment. And here we have a variety of different emails, right? So I do wanna send out this one right here. So let's click on this one here and click on Customize Workflow. Okay, so this is our abandoned cart email workflow. So the same thing, right? We have elements on the left side, we have our workflow, and then here we have triggers. So what's gonna trigger this specific email? Well, here we have added products to the cart, right? So if a user adds product to the cart, I want this email to be sent out. Now there are some trigger filters right here. So here they've already added it for us. So here we have trigger and activity time. So if 1 hour passed and they did nothing at all, then I want this workflow to start in place. And we can add more triggers on top of this, right? So for example, like we can change the price and then maybe $50. We can also add in this trigger as well, right? So basically saying if the price is $50 and 1 hour has passed, this workflow will start, right? But we don't really know how much they're gonna, pay on our website. So I just wanna keep the trigger and activity time. I think that's probably the best one, right? Now the next one is audience filters. So this is if you guys want to filter a specific audience, and you guys can also filter this by segments as well, right? But I'll go ahead and just cancel that. Now here we have exit conditions, and this is pretty important. So what will prevent this workflow from being sent out? Well, if they place the order, then there's no reason to send this out, right? So always make sure that you guys do send place order, because this will prevent the workflow from being sent out because they've already purchased on your websites. And then also we have started checkout. So we're gonna create another workflow for abandoned checkout. So I do recommend to have both of these right here, okay? So let's go ahead and scroll down here. And now that we've set the triggers, now we can go ahead and adjust the email. So this is the email that will be sent out if they meet those specific triggers. The next is waiting 11 hours. So you guys can actually speed this up a little bit by saying, wait 6 hours, and then we're gonna send them another email right here letting them know that we missed them, So after 6 hours, we're gonna send them one more right here. And then next we have the 12 hours. So we're gonna wait 12 hours and we're gonna send them one last email right here. Now you guys can always do like we did earlier. You guys can split this, or you guys can even do A/B split testing. So right here, let's go ahead and drag and drop the A/B split testing right here. And what I wanna do is take this and I wanna put it above it right here, right? So here we have A/B split testing, right? Now, if the user did nothing on the second email, we're gonna A/B split test now. We're gonna see which one works. So let's first go ahead and set a trigger, right? So if they pick path A right here, you're gonna see that it's going to send them right here. Now, if they pick path B, I also want to send an email to them as well. So over here, I'll go ahead and also drag an email. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're basically creating the same email, but we're A/B split testing these against each other. So we have this one here, and then we have this one here. So I wanna see which email performs better against each other. So I'll go ahead and fill out this email right here. Okay, so here we go. We have, dude, we are gonna offer you 20% off. So on the very last email, we're gonna A/B split test these two against each other, right? Because I wanna see which one converts better. And then obviously right here, you'll click on edit content, and then you'll actually build the email itself. So for this specific email, what I wanna do here is I wanna change the template. So maybe people are just not attracted to the template that we're using, right? Maybe we need to offer them something else, we gotta mix it up here. So I'm gonna use this template right here and click on continue. And for this last one right here, we're just gonna offer them like 20%, right? And then welcome 20, right? There we go, welcome 20. And I think this one will work pretty well, right? We'll go ahead and get rid of these other ones. We don't need all these products, right? There we go. So basically what I'm saying here is I wanna mix and match the templates to see which one is working better. So at the top right, I'll click on finish editing. Okay, so let's take a look here, guys. So basically saying if someone adds something to the carts, they're gonna get this email first, right? We're gonna wait 6 hours, and then we're gonna send them a follow-up one. Okay, and then we're gonna wait 12 hours, and now we're gonna A/B split test the very last email. So we're gonna send them this one right here, and then we're also gonna send them this one right here. And we can determine which one converts best based off the analytics. So let's go ahead now and click on Start Workflow. And really quick, let's go ahead and change that name again. I should probably change that before, right? So this is gonna be the Abandoned Cart Workflow. So here we go, Abandoned Cart Workflow. Not word flow, workflow. There we go, workflow. Click on updates and publish the changes. And just like that, party people, we now have abandoned cart automated emails. How about that? Now, really quick, if you guys do actually want to check out the A/B split test results, all you gotta do is go to the flow, scroll down, and then compare the open and click versus each other. So this will give you enough information to decide which one is a more effective email for your customers. Okay, so let's step back here. We have emails sent out for customers. We have emails sent out for abandoned carts. Now let's do abandoned checkouts, which are also a very common abandonment page. So at the top right, let's click on create workflow. Okay, so on the left side, you're gonna see cart abandonment. Let's go ahead and click on that. And now we're gonna do something called value order split. So over here, you're gonna see this abandoned checkout value split. Let's go ahead and customize this workflow. Okay, so let's do this. So the first thing is, let's go ahead and change this name before we go forward, right? So let's just call this the checkout value splits. So here we have the trigger filters. Now the first trigger is starting the checkouts, right? And they will exit this if the user actually takes action and buys something. So they will no longer receive this if they buy something, right? So the first is the split option. And for this right here, you're gonna see that if the total is more than $50, we're gonna send them to a specific route. So if the user abandons the cart, So if the user abandons the cart with more than $50, we're gonna send them here, right? If the cart has less than $50, we are then gonna send them here instead. So here they are offering them a 15% discount, and if they have less than 50, we're not gonna offer them a discount. We're just gonna send them a follow-up email, right? Here we have waiting hours, right? So you guys can change this obviously. So we can put like 3 hours, right? And this one will be like 4 hours, right? And if they did no action, right, then we're gonna offer them another discount. And over here, we'll just tell them that the cart misses them. Here we have waiting 12 hours again, right? And then here we have a follow-up email, and this is the last email that we're gonna send them. So we have don't miss out on 15% off. Obviously here, you guys can edit this email. And then this one right here, I think maybe you guys should offer them a discount, right? So here's 15% off. So at the very end, we'll just send them both 15%. You know, why not? You know, it can only help us, you know, at this point, right? And then here, you'll go ahead and edit this email, insert your coupon code, and you'll be all set. So really quick, I'll just go ahead and open this email. All right, so this is gonna be like the very last email for them, right? So here, click on finish editing. And that is pretty much it, guys. So now we have a fully automated checkout email sent out for your customers. Now, obviously, you guys do want to go through these emails and you guys do want to customize them. Obviously, this will take some time, right? And I'm not going to do it in this video because I've already shown you guys how to do that. But once you guys edit these emails, everything will be fully automated for people who abandon your checkouts. So let's go ahead now and click on Start Workflow. So congratulations, party people. You guys now have a fully automated email marketing platform. Now, really quick, I just want to give you guys some more information before we let you guys go. You guys can always upgrade your plans right here if you guys do want to upgrade. I do recommend it, guys. This is an amazing email platform. It can make you a lot of money. So I do recommend to upgrade. If they give me a coupon code, I'll, give you guys that in the description. But for now, I don't think I have one. So when I get one, I'll let you guys know. Also, they do have applications as well. So if you guys do want to go ahead and use these applications, they have tons and tons of integrations right here. They have them for, Google ads, Facebook ads, and all these other various platforms that you guys can use to integrate on your websites. And let's go ahead and go back here. And they also have a help center and also a Omnisend Academy. So if you guys do need more help and if there are things that I missed, you guys can always check out their academy for more information. I hope this video helped you guys out. My name is Daryl Wilson. Congratulations, and thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like it. All right, party people, thank you guys so much for watching this Omnisend tutorial. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I personally think Omnisend makes it super easy to automate all the emails. I have tried other platforms, and I felt like the email automations with those were just extremely confusing and I just couldn't really get it right. But Omnisend, as you guys can tell, it's really simple to use. And after probably just like, an hour or two, you guys will be like Omnisend pros, right? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video. I did spend a long time making it, right? And I will see all of you party people in the next video, guys. Take care.